My name is Errol Brown. I am a descendant of Philip and Rachel Brown, my grandparents, and also William Henry Brown, my great-grandfather, who came to Annapolis when where Philip was born. I reflect back on my grandfather's life and his experiences based on many hours that he and I spent together and family gatherings, one of which is especially memorable. He and I had a very lengthy heart-to-heart discussion, and he told me some of the experiences of his lifetime that I had never learned before. And it was on that time that when he and I spoke on so many of those experiences, I just remarked to him, I said, "Granddad, you know, you're living history and everyone needs to know your story." And he thought about that for a moment. I said, "Granddad, you need to write a book." And he said, "I never thought about that, but I think I will." That was confirmation for me that this would be something that he would enjoy doing in his lifetime, having passed the age of 75, to write and self-publish his several works. He had written several other books as well. They're booklets. One is on the Stanton School and its history, and several others which he self-published. But his major works were the book, The Other Annapolis, of course, and A Century But Equal in Anne Arundel County Schools. I have to say that the photograph on the front of the book is iconic. It is the picture of a elderly woman who cared for homes of perhaps a white wealthy employer. And she is on a break during her chores. What she and many other people love to do if they were near the bay, she's out there fishing. And that is, and her story, among the many stories, I think is probably most influenced just by the cover of the book itself. I know that over the years, over decades, of course, during the time of the Civil Rights era and the struggles that many in the Black community endured, this was something that he, I believe, felt was a mission to the community, to the youth of the community. Through his career, he and my grandmother, Rachel, they served the community in many, many ways. One of the things that Philip wanted to do is to give voice to those whom he called the other Annapolis, the Negro community in Annapolis. He recognized its history. He knew that because of that separation, there was another people who mainly were the workers who were in the background, maybe, those who did not have a voice, those who had life experiences that needed to be told and shared and passed on. That was just part of what he was made of. He had a sense, I think, of mission in order to carry out what he did and to carry on for others. And so with the book, The Other Annapolis, he sought the families of many of his contacts in the community, many of those who were in the same career of education as him, and also those are the gathering places where the other Annapolis would find themselves. It's important for especially those who are identified by the title of the book, The Other Annapolis, to know that their lives have been touched and their lives have meaning to many throughout generations. And we have to stay in contact with those generations that have gone on before, and ideally to learn from their experiences, to know that the way the world is today was not how it always was. I don't really know if Philip really realized how much of history that he was, but many people would attest that he was a part of history. I always looked at him as a part of living history because I could go to him at any time and find out about the different eras, the different decades, the struggles that they went through throughout their careers. Now, there would probably not be that many stories of those who are represented by the other Annapolis had he not found the inspiration to write that book for them.